Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'll be answering the question that I get the most: which sewing machine to get when starting. Now, I can't really say that because I only tested out two sewing machines, and these are the two that you see here. This is the Singer Esteem 2, and my more recent one, the Singer Heavy Duty. Now, as you can see, I only use Singer, so I can't really give you a wide variety of sewing machines, but today I'll be trying to answer some of the questions that I get asked a lot. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video if you found it helpful. And yeah, let's get right into it. Now, this one is the Singer Esteem 2. I had this for, I want to say 5, 6 years. I had this since 2014. No, I want to say 2016. So I don't remember how many years that is. I don't feel like count. But yeah, I had this one since 2016 and haven't had any issues with it. I use this for pretty much everything. Heavy duty materials such as heavy cotton, tapestry blankets. Now I did break a few needles with this. One, because I was using the wrong needle. The only thing I will say with this machine is I got to a point where I didn't like the way it looked anymore. That's pretty much it. Other than that, it does run slower than this machine, and I'll get into this machine a little later. But this one is a perfect one for beginners, and I'll answer or give you some things to think about when you are, looking for a sewing machine. These are some questions you need to ask yourself when you're looking for a sewing machine. Now this one, like I said, same way. As you can see, I have the tape on here, just like I have the tape on here. They work pretty much the same. I would say the only thing with this one is it's not as fast as this one. And the parts in this one are not as heavy duty as this one. Yes, you can get away with this as a beginner sewing machine. I used this for multiple years. I literally just got this one in February of this year. So as you can see, and all the items that you have seen me made either on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram most likely came from here in the past. So yeah. And this one. This one is the Singer Heavy Duty machine. I love this machine. One, because of the way it looks, and it's a lot faster than this machine. As far as the parts, they are metal parts, so it will last you a little longer than this one. Like I said, this one still works perfectly fine. I just don't use it because I have this one. I took sewing more seriously, so I decided. Well, first of all, as y'all seen in previous videos, this was a gift to me. I didn't purchase this. I didn't have to buy this. This was a gift to me. So yeah, I am very appreciative of this gift. So I didn't have to pay for this. So yeah, I love this machine. It's been doing pretty good for the time that I've been using it. I have had no issues. I've been cleaning it regularly. Now that's one thing you don't know. If you didn't know with sewing machines, you do have to clean them. So you have to take everything apart for the most part. You have to take everything apart and you have to clean the trays, wipe it down, oil the machine, and you have to maintain the maintenance on these machines just like you do with a Serger. So you do want to oil your machines at least once every 2 weeks or every 3 to 4 projects. So that's something you need to know when looking at a machine, how easy it is to take apart and how easy it is to put together. So you don't want anything too complicated when you're first starting out. Now with this machine, I didn't really know that you needed to oil them until I had it for about 3 years. So yeah, I'm gonna let you be the judge of that. So without me oiling it, I cleaned it, like brushed it regularly, but without me actually oiling it, y'all know what I'm trying to say, oiling it, without me putting oil in it, or on the parts, it works pretty well. Like I said, it still works perfectly fine. It just isn't as fast as this machine, and the parts aren't as durable. But when you're first starting out, you're not really going to be looking for, or you're not really going to be trying to tackle heavy projects. So I would say this is a good option. But like I said, I do have some questions that you need to ask yourself when you are looking to get a sewing machine. So yeah. But this one, it works perfectly fine. I don't think I have broke any needles with this machine. And it really doesn't matter about which one has the most power. If you use the right needles with the right fabric, you won't have this problem. like I said, I was still learning with this machine, so I didn't really know that you needed certain type of needles for certain type of materials or fabric. With this what is this called? With this machine, I was pretty much using a universal needle or all-purpose needle with everything until I learned why am I breaking so many needles. Then I did some research on, what needles I should be using. Use a heavy-duty needle with heavy-duty materials, which I didn't know that at the time. I haven't had any problems with needles breaking or anything. It struggles with power because, like I said, it's not as fast as this machine, but it always got the job done as me learning how to sew. This one, like I said, has more power. You ain't really got to worry about too much. Put your foot on the brake or the gas, it's gone. You good. But these are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself before you consider getting a sewing machine. You need to ask yourself, what do you need the sewing machine for? Are you going to be using this for like upcycling projects, or what type of projects do you plan on sewing with your machine? Now, if you are just beginning trying to upcycle fashion or, rework some thrift clothes and stuff like that, like you see what people doing on the internet, this one is perfectly fine. This one is perfectly fine. This one is too, but for a beginner, I think I paid $180 for this. I paid $180 for this, and I bought this at Target. So I bought this at Target. This one, I'm not really sure how much this one costs. Let me see. Singer Sewing Machine Esteem 2. I'm seeing this one on eBay, but you will want to buy this new. I'm seeing this for $160. If you get it on eBay, you can get it for, I'm seeing it for, at Goodwill, I'm seeing it for $50. On eBay, I'm seeing this for $100. This exact same one. This one on Amazon, the heavy duty one, is $200. $200 to $250. So you really can't go any wrong with it. You can't go wrong with it. I would say for $100, this one, but spend the extra cash and you won't have to really buy a new sewing machine. I would say go with this one. But if you're not sure if you're gonna take sewing serious, I would say go with this one. Like I said, it's nothing wrong with this one. It's just I didn't like the way it looks and the power wasn't there for me. But as a sewer, as a beginner sewer that didn't know too much, this was perfectly fine. If you think that your sewing machine is going to collect dust, just get this one. I just pretty much touched on this, but the next question is, how much are you willing to spend? Now, these aren't too different in price. This one is about 200, 250. This one is about 100. So you could probably get it for like $70, $80. So it's really how much are you willing to spend and go from there. The last question is, will you be committed? And I think I touched on this already. Will you be committed with, actually learning how to sew? Now, I made a whole video on me talking about some things you need to know before you start sewing. But the way I looked at it in that video, I was tired. My face said it all. So I deleted the video. I never posted it. But one of the things that I did say is sewing is not a cheap, hobby to just get into. It's very expensive when it comes to fabric. The supplies itself cost more than the machine. So you'll be spending all your money on bobbins, clips, pins, scissors, sewing mats, cutting mats, the fabric. You can get that from the thrift store to practice on. But it's very expensive to just start sewing in general. It's not a very cheap hobby that you can just start doing. It's very expensive. So you want to ask yourself, are you going to be committed to actually learning how to sew? And if you think you are, I would say just get this one, because if you get this one and then you find, okay, I want to really, 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 really sew, then you're going to end up buying this one when you could have just bought this one in the first place. So you need to ask yourself, are you going to be committed on learning how to sew? If not, get this one. And there are actually cheaper options out there. I haven't really did too much research on them. There are machines that cost thousands of dollars. There are some that cost about $500. There are some that actually embroiders and sew for you. I want an embroidery machine too. But yeah, there's actually more options than these two. There's actually more cheaper options too. So if you don't think you're going to take it serious, I would say look for some more cheaper options, just for a little side hobby or anything. But if you want to, start a business or anything, I would say get this one. And then, move. This can be your base level. Like, this can be your starting point if you plan on taking it very serious. and then go up from here, because that's what I plan on doing. I'm using this one as my, main one right now, but as I get a little more experience, I will be moving up with the ladder and sewing machine, because sewing machines are very, very, very expensive. So yeah, those are some of the things that you need to ask yourself, and I hope this video helped you answer any questions that you have about getting a sewing machine as a beginner. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below. Thank you guys again for watching this video. I appreciate all the love and support. If you have anything that you want to see next, please leave it in the comments. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, again, subscribe, share this video, like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.